Hey creators, welcome back to StreamStoria. Today we're diving deep into an ocean of possibilities.
An ocean of video ideas, to be exact.
Exactly. We're tackling the question that keeps every new YouTuber up at night. What on earth should I make?
It can feel like staring at a blank canvas, right?
Totally. It's that moment where you're all fired up to create, but the ideas just aren't hitting.
Like trying to squeeze juice from a rock, you know?
Yeah, I've been there. But fear not, fellow creators, because we're about to crack open a treasure chest of inspiration.
That's right. We're diving into StreamStoria's 250-plus unique video ideas for YouTube beginners, 2025 Ultimate Guide.
This isn't just about giving you fish, it's about teaching you how to fish. Or maybe even how to build a robot that fishes for you while you relax on a beach somewhere.
We're all about working smarter, not harder.
Right, exactly. But before we get lost in a sea of ideas, let's address the elephant in the algorithm.
You mean the idea that YouTube only cares about those mega channels with millions of subscribers?
Exactly. Is it even possible to break through the noise in 2025?
Actually, yeah. It might surprise you to hear that YouTube is actively promoting new creators this year. Think of it like this. It's like YouTube's throwing a massive party, and guess what? They're saving the best snacks for the newcomer.
Okay, now that's an analogy I can get behind. So it's not just a myth. They actually want to see fresh faces.
Absolutely. They're hungry for new voices, new perspectives, new content that breaks the mold.
Okay, so we're not just fighting an uphill battle against the algorithm.
Not at all. In fact, the algorithm is your friend if you know how to play the game.
Right. Okay, so how do we even begin to brainstorm those viral-worthy ideas?
Simple. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Instead, take a familiar wheel paint at neon pink, attach some rocket boosters, and launch it off a ramp.
Hold on, I'm getting whiplash just picturing that.
That's the point. You want your content to be unforgettable, something that makes people stop scrolling and say, what in the algorithm is this?
Okay, I'm starting to see the light. So it's not about chasing trends, but about creating our own trend tornado.
Exactly. Let's dive into some specific categories from our treasure chest, starting with educational content. I know what you're thinking. Educational, boring. But trust me, this is where the magic happens.
Seriously, educational content. I thought people came to YouTube to escape reality, not to write a term paper.
That's where you're wrong. Educational content on YouTube actually gets a whopping 66% more views than the platform average.
Wait a minute, 66% more views? That's like finding a golden ticket in a chocolate bar. Why are people suddenly so eager to learn?
It's simple. People love to learn, but it has to be entertaining. It's like sneaking spinach into a smoothie.
Ah, I see. You're saying we need to make learning as addictive as those endless scrolling sessions on TikTok.
Exactly. Let's take history, for example. Instead of those dry textbook lectures, why not turn it into a reality show?
Okay, I'm listening. Give me an example that'll make history as binge-worthy as the latest Netflix drama.
Imagine this. I lived like a Victorian for a week. They did what to their tea?
Oh, the drama, the corsets, the etiquette, the scandalous secrets. I'd watch that.
You see, history doesn't have to be dusty and boring. It can be a thrilling adventure full of twists and turns.
Okay, I'm convinced. But what about those of us who are more into the science-y stuff? How do we make physics as exciting as a Marvel movie?
Simple. We tap into the universal language of the internet, memes.
Memes. Are you suggesting we explain quantum physics with grumpy cat and distracted boyfriend?
You got it. Imagine explaining quantum physics with memes only. You're taking complex concepts and making them relatable using humor and those visual cues that everyone understands.
Brilliant. It's like sneaking a lesson into a meme compilation.
Exactly. And let's not forget about those history buffs. Imagine historical figures, Instagram stories, Marie Antoinette's cake updates.
I can already see the hashtags. Hashtag let them eat cake, hashtag guillotine goals.
You're not just teaching history, you're bringing it to life in a way that's relevant to today's audience.
Okay, let's switch gears from the past to the present. What about those essential life skills that everyone needs but no one wants to learn?
Ah, yes, adulting. The never-ending quest to figure out how to do taxes, fold a fitted sheet, and not burn water when boiling it.
Don't forget about those mysterious creatures called landlords and the ancient rituals of paying rent on time.
It's a whole new world out there for those who dare to venture beyond the safety of their childhood bedrooms. But fear not, we can make adulting fun, or at least slightly less terrifying.
Okay, I'm all ears. How do we turn tax forms and laundry mishaps into viral-worthy content?
Take the dreaded task of doing taxes. Instead of a boring tutorial, how about adulting speedrun, doing taxes while blindfolded?
That's genius. It's relatable, it's funny, and who knows, you might even learn something while laughing at the inevitable tax-related meltdowns.
And speaking of meltdowns, let's not forget about the anxiety-inducing world of technology.
Oh yeah, technology.
Yeah.
The love-hate relationship that defines our modern existence.
Exactly. But instead of those dry tech tutorials, let's inject some humor and a dash of chaos. How about I let AI be my life coach for a month?
I'm already picturing the AI telling me to wear a colander as a hat and invest all my savings in virtual pet rocks.
Now you're thinking outside the algorithm. And for those who love a heartwarming story with a tech-savvy twist, how about teaching my grandma to code? She hacked NASA.
Okay, that's adorable and intriguing. It's the perfect blend of humor, family, and unexpected plot twists.
And who wouldn't want to see a grandma become a coding ninja? It's like the ultimate never too late to learn story.
Okay, I'm officially inspired to ditch those dusty textbooks and create some educational content that's both informative and entertaining. What about you? Are you feeling the knowledge vibes?
Absolutely. We've only just scratched the surface of educational content. There's a whole world of knowledge out there waiting to be explored and shared in new and exciting ways.
So let's get those creative juices flowing and make learning as addictive as those late-night YouTube binges.
Now who's ready to trade in those textbooks for some real-life adventures?
Because we're about to dive into the world of lifestyle content. Because your normal life is actually pretty wild.
That's right. It's time to ditch those perfectly curated Instagram feeds and embrace the messy, beautiful reality of being human.
Okay, I'm ready to trade those filters for some real-life experiences. Where do we begin?
Let's kick things off with daily life with a twist. Imagine this. I let my followers control my life through polls. I regret everything.
Oh, the chaos. I can already see the polls. Should I dye my hair green? Should I order a pizza topped with pineapple? Should I confess my undying love to my neighbor's cat?
It's interactive, it's unpredictable, and it's guaranteed to generate some hilarious content. Plus, it's a great way to engage your audience and make them feel like they're part of the journey.
Right. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure, but with potentially disastrous consequences.
And speaking of potentially disastrous, how about this? Living like my cat for 24 hours. 3 a.m. zoomies included.
Now you're speaking my language. It's funny, it's relatable to any pet owner who's ever been woken up at 3 a.m. for a round of Chase the Laser Pointer, and it has the potential for some truly bizarre visuals.
I'm already picturing you trying to drink water from a bowl and batting at dangling toys with clumsy human paws.
The struggle is real. And speaking of struggles, how about we time travel back to a bygone era and experience the joys and horrors of following a Victorian morning routine in 2025? The corset was a mistake.
Oh, the fashion fails. I can already see you struggling to lace up a corset while simultaneously trying to check your email and brew a cup of coffee.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
But also for some seriously hilarious content.
Exactly. It's all about finding humor in the unexpected and showcasing those relatable struggles that made us all human.
Speaking of relatable struggles, let's not forget about the behind-the-scenes chaos of content creation.
Yeah.
People are fascinated by the process, the outtakes, the moments when things go hilariously wrong.
It's about pulling back the curtain and showing the reality of what it takes to create those seemingly effortless videos.
Exactly. I'm talking what really happens when I film videos, Chaos Edition, show those 57 failed intros, the cat trying to sabotage the equipment, the awkward silences, and the moments when you realize you've been talking to yourself for the past 5 minutes.
It's about being authentic and relatable and showing that even creators have those behind-the-scenes moments that are far from glamorous.
Exactly. It's like the blooper reel of your YouTube life. And speaking of bloopers, let's not forget about those budget-conscious creators who are just starting out. How about setting up my YouTube studio with $0, pure creativity and cardboard?
That's a brilliant idea. It's inspiring, it's practical, and it shows that you don't need fancy equipment to create amazing content. It's all about that DIY hustle and the power of resourcefulness.
It's like MacGyver meets content creation. You're turning those empty cereal boxes and that roll of duct tape into a YouTube empire.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe that cardboard studio will become your signature style.
Right, like that creator who filmed their entire series in a bathtub.
Genius. It's all about thinking outside the box, or in this case, outside the bathtub.
Okay. Before we move on to our next category, I have to share one of my favorite behind-the-scenes ideas. My neighbors think I'm crazy. A day in the life of a creator.
Oh, I love that. It's so relatable.
You can showcase the funny looks you get when you're filming in public, the awkward explanations you have to give when someone catches you talking to yourself, and the general chaos that comes with turning your life into content.
It's a great way to poke fun at yourself and the sometimes absurd nature of this job. Plus, it adds an element of human connection. People love seeing that even successful creators have their quirks and struggles.
It's like a reality show about the reality of being a creator.
Exactly. And sometimes that reality is a lot more entertaining than any scripted drama.
I think we've officially exhausted the possibilities of lifestyle content, at least for now.
Don't worry, we've only just scratched the surface. We've got a whole treasure chest of ideas waiting to be uncovered. Are you ready for more?
Bring it on.
All right. Get ready to bring the family into the mix because we're about to explore family and relationships, but make interesting.
Oh, I can't wait. Family dynamics are a gold mine for comedic and heartwarming content. It's like a sitcom waiting to happen, but with real-life characters and even crazier plot twists.
Exactly. And the best part is that everyone can relate to those awkward family dinners, those embarrassing childhood stories, and those moments when you realize that your parents are actually kind of cool.
Or at least they're good for a few viral video ideas. Okay, let's dive into some specific examples. How about this? Teaching my grandma modern slang. She's now too powerful.
I love it. It's funny. It's intergenerational, and it has the potential for some truly hilarious misunderstandings. Imagine grandma dropping yet and slay in casual conversation.
I can already see the memes coming out of that
Differently.
one. Or what about a little friendly competition? Siblings swap lives for a week. Mom didn't notice.
I can see it now. The awkward attempts to fit into each other's shoes, the secret pacts, and the inevitable chaos that ensues when two completely different personalities try to navigate each other's worlds.
And of course, we can't forget about the wisdom of our elders. Imagine dating app advice from my 90-year-old grandpa.
That's gold. It's unexpected, it's charming, and who knows, Grandpa might actually drop some valuable knowledge bombs about love life and the importance of handwritten letters.
You never know. And speaking of dropping bombs, how about this for a brutal honesty bomb? My parents rate my YouTube videos. Brutal honesty.
So cringe. But that's what makes it so good. People love watching these types of reaction videos because they're relatable, they're funny, and they offer a glimpse into different generations' perspectives.
Plus, who doesn't love a little healthy dose of parental roasting?
Exactly. It's all part of the fun.
Okay, so we've explored some hilarious family-themed ideas, but I think it's important to remember that you don't need a Hollywood-level production to create great lifestyle content.
Absolutely. Take Emma Chamberlain, for example. She started by filming in her bedroom with terrible lighting. And guess what? She's still filming in her bedroom, but now she has really good lighting.
The takeaway: authenticity shines through no matter your setup. In fact, sometimes those imperfections become your signature style.
Absolutely. Your messy room becomes authenticity. Those awkward transitions become your signature editing style. And if you can't afford fancy equipment, well, that's just your minimalist aesthetic.
Love it. And if your dog interrupts your filming,
Surprise guest star.
exactly. It's all about embracing the chaos and making it work for you.
And remember, Storiella.app can help you level up your lifestyle content, even if you're working with a limited budget. You can generate professional narration, create those snazzy transitions, add subtle animations, and even mix your footage with AI-generated imagery to create that cinematic look.
Now let's talk about some pro tips that nobody tells you. Number one, the 3-second rule. If nothing interesting happens in your video for more than 3 seconds, you're doing it wrong.
It's true. Keep things moving, keep people engaged. And don't be afraid to embrace the unexpected. Sometimes the best content comes when things go wrong. We call it the chaos theory.
I'm all about the chaos theory. And here's another one, the plot twist principle. Always have something unexpected happen around the 2-minute mark. Keep those viewers on their toes.
That's a great way to keep people hooked and coming back for more. And don't forget the little details. Hide some Easter eggs in the background. Your true fans will notice, and it creates a sense of community and inside jokes.
Speaking of community, let's talk about a creator who accidentally left their camera running during an embarrassing dance party, and it turned into their most viral video.
The lesson here: embrace those happy accidents. You never know what's going to resonate with people.
All right, for those who are feeling really brave, here are some next-level content ideas. I followed advice from different decades for a week, living like different video game characters, IRL, letting AI plan my wedding. My mom was horrified. I switched personalities with my pet for a day, following WikiHow articles, literally. Bad idea.
Remember, every successful lifestyle creator has their thing, that unique quirk that makes their content undeniably theirs. Maybe it's your contagious laugh, your editing style, or the fact that your cat always photobombs your videos. Whatever it is, lean into it.
Like that creator who reviewed only left-handed products for a month, and they're right-handed.
Pure gold. So as you're brainstorming your lifestyle content, remember to have fun, be yourself, and don't be afraid to get a little weird.
Are you ready to get those opinions flowing? Because we're about to enter the world of review and commentary. Because everyone has opinions, but yours are actually entertaining.
Reviews are a powerful form of content, but they need to be more than just dry recitations of facts and features.
Exactly. People want to be entertained. They want to see your personality shine through. And let's be real, the internet needs another generic unboxing video, like I need another streaming service password to forget.
Oh, I feel that on a spiritual level.
Right. But the good news is that review content is still a goldmine in 2025. And here's why. 93% of people watch review videos before buying something. But here's the kicker. They're not just looking for specs and features. They're looking for a show. That's why a creator got 2 million views reviewing dollar store items while dressed as Gordon Ramsay.
The takeaway. People want to see personality, humor, and a unique perspective.
Yes. So let's get those creative juices flowing with some review ideas that'll make your viewers say, wait, what? Starting with tech reviews, but make it chaos. Imagine this. Testing weird tech from wish.com. My phone grew legs.
I'm already intrigued.
Right. Or how about, I used only AI-generated products for a week. You can review AI-written scripts, AI-composed music, AI-designed fashion. The possibilities are endless.
That's a fantastic way to tap into current trends and offer a fresh perspective. And speaking of fresh perspectives, what about pitting different generations against technology? Like smart home devices versus my grandma, epic showdown.
Oh, I love that. You've got the humor of intergenerational differences, the relatability of tech struggles, and the potential for some truly epic fails.
And who can resist a good grandma versus technology showdown? Hashtag TTS The Deep Dive episode 2024, 1207, part 2 of 3. Now let's spice things up with some food and drink reviews, extra spicy. Instead of your typical food review, how about I ate everything pink at the grocery store?
Okay, I'm so on board with that one. Pink yogurt, pink cookies, pink lemonade, pink salmon. It's a visual feast, and who knows, maybe I'll discover my new favorite pink-hued snack.
And let's not forget the entertainment value. Imagine the faces people make when they see you pushing a shopping cart overflowing with Pepto-Bismol-colored goodies.
That's a YouTube thumbnail waiting to happen. But what about those of us who are more into the culinary arts? How do we turn a simple food review into a gourmet experience for our viewers?
How about this? Celebrity chef recipes cooked by a disaster chef.
Oh, delicious train wreck waiting to happen. I'm already picturing myself attempting to recreate those elaborate dishes with hilarious results. It's relatable, it's funny, and it might even inspire some viewers to try cooking themselves. Or at least order takeout after witnessing my culinary carnage.
Exactly. And if you're a movie buff, why not combine your love of food and film? Eating different movie characters for a day?
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
I could channel my inner Ron Weasley and feast on a mountain of breakfast foods, or go full Holly Golightly and have breakfast at Tiffany's. On a budget, of course.
And don't forget about the testing viral food hacks. My kitchen will never recover. You could try those crazy TikTok recipes and document the delicious or disastrous outcomes.
That's a recipe for viral success. Who doesn't love a good kitchen fail? Especially when it involves exploding avocados and rainbow pasta that tastes like sadness.
Right. Now let's move on to entertainment commentary, the spicy takes. We all have opinions about movies, TV shows, music, and everything in between, so why not share those thoughts with the world?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But how do we make our commentary stand out from the crowd? Everyone's got an opinion these days.
That's where the spicy takes come in. It's not just about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about offering a unique perspective, a fresh take that makes people think and maybe even sparks a little debate.
Okay, so we're not just ranting and raving. We're adding fuel to the intellectual fire.
Exactly. So let's brainstorm some unconventional approaches. Imagine watching the worst-rated movies with movie critics. You could get their professional takes on those cinematic disasters and see if they can find any redeeming qualities in those films that maybe the rest of us missed.
Now that's what I call a guilty pleasure. I'd love to hear those expert opinions on those movies that make you question the very meaning of cinema.
Or what about this? I let my grandma pick my Netflix shows for a week. Think about the unexpected viewing experiences, the intergenerational clash of tastes, and the potential for discovering some hidden gems or some serious cinematic nightmares.
That's a risky one. But The comedic potential is off the charts. I'm already picturing my grandma making me watch those Hallmark movies where everyone falls in love in a quaint small town, and the biggest problem is deciding which flavor of pie to bake for the town festival.
And speaking of festivals, let's not forget about the power of nostalgia. Binge watching every superhero movie in reverse could be a fun and chaotic way to revisit those classic films and maybe even offer some fresh insights.
Oh, I love that. It's like rewinding through cinematic history. Plus, it would be hilarious to see those epic superhero landings in reverse. They look like they're being launched into space.
And speaking of launching things into space, how about putting a modern spin on historical events with explaining modern movies to time travelers? Imagine explaining the plot of Avengers Endgame to someone from the 1800s.
I can already picture the confused looks and the "what's a spaceship?" questions. It's a brilliant way to combine your love of history and movies while creating some seriously entertaining content.
And for the gamers out there, video game logic applied to real-life situations offers endless comedic potential. Just imagine trying to navigate daily life with the logic of Grand Theft Auto or Super Mario Bros.
Okay, that's pure gold. I'm already picturing myself jumping on turtles to get to work and collecting coins every time I complete a chore.
And if those ideas aren't chaotic enough, how about a commentary series called Things That Make Absolutely No Sense, But We Accept Them Anyway?
Ooh, that's a good one. We could talk about why we wear pants but not shirts on Zoom calls, why pineapple on pizza is such a controversial topic, and why we still use those tiny shampoo bottles in hotels even though we know they're never enough.
It's a celebration of the absurdity of modern life, all wrapped up in a nice little commentary package.
Now that we've got those brainstorming gears turning, let's talk about the secret sauce that elevates good reviews to great reviews.
Absolutely. It's not just about stating your opinion. It's about presenting it in a way that's engaging, entertaining, and maybe even a little bit subversive.
So we're not just saying this product is good. We're crafting a narrative, a story that captivates the viewer and makes them want to hear more.
Right, exactly. One of the best examples is Marquise Brownlee, better known as MKBHD. He didn't become one of the biggest tech YouTubers by being just another boring reviewer.
Yeah, he's got that certain something, that charisma that makes you want to hang out with him and talk about tech specs, even if you have no idea what he's talking about.
His secret: he makes tech reviews feel like you're having a conversation with your super enthusiastic friend who just happens to know everything about camera sensors.
It's like he's genuinely excited about every little detail, and that enthusiasm is contagious. So how can we channel our inner MKBHD and level up our review game?
Start with a plot twist. Instead of saying, "This phone is amazing," try something like, "This $2,000 phone is terrible at being a Frisbee." It's unexpected, it's funny, and it instantly grabs the viewer's attention.
Right. It's all about setting yourself apart from the sea of generic reviews. We need to make a splash. Or maybe even cause a tidal wave of excitement.
And don't underestimate the power of humor. Use unexpected comparisons like, "This vacuum cleaner is like my ex, it sucks, but in a good way."
Oh, that's good. I'm still in that one. And remember, running gags are your friend. Maybe you rate everything in bananas out of 10, or you have a signature sound effect for every time you encounter a design flaw.
Exactly. It's about creating a brand, an identity that people recognize and enjoy. And speaking of enjoying, let's not forget about the dramatic effect. You can add so much humor and personality to your reviews simply by playing up those mundane details like, "But wait till you see what's in this package. It's another charging cable."
Oh, the suspense, the agony, the utter disappointment.
Exactly. It's all about those little details, those unexpected twists and turns that keep your viewers engaged.
Now, let's not forget about our secret weapon, Storiella.app. Not only can it help you with educational and lifestyle content, but it can also elevate your review game to a whole new level.
Imagine you're reviewing a toaster, and while you're talking about its features, Storiella is generating this epic movie trailer-style footage of toast popping up in slow motion.
Okay, now you're just making me hungry.
Yeah.
But I get the point. It's about adding that extra layer of visual interest and entertainment value.
Exactly. And remember, Storiella can also help you with those unexpected challenges. Like that time you accidentally received the wrong product to review.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, instead of panicking, they turned it into a series called Reviews of Things I Didn't Order, and guess what? It became their most popular content.
See? Sometimes the universe throws you a curveball and it turns into a home run.
Exactly. So embrace those mistakes, those unexpected moments. They might just lead to your best content yet.
Okay. I'm feeling inspired and ready to create some review content that's both informative and entertaining. But what about those viewers who are craving something a little more out there? Something that defies categorization.
Ah, yes. For those who dare to venture beyond the conventional, we present entertainment and fun, where chaos meets strategy.
Okay, you've officially piqued my curiosity. It feels like we just scaled the Mount Everest of reviews. So what kind of terrain are we trekking into now? Is fun even a strategy?
Oh, it absolutely is. Think of it like this. Entertainment is the delicious dessert after a hearty meal of information. People crave it. They seek it out. They share it with their friends.
Okay, I can definitely get behind that analogy.
Yeah.
But with so much dessert out there, how do we make sure our content is the one everyone's raving about?
That's where the chaos meets strategy part comes in. It's about taking those wild, outlandish ideas and shaping them into something truly engaging and unforgettable.
So we're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. We're crafting those spaghetti strands into an edible masterpiece.
Precisely. And to kick off this culinary journey of content creation, we're diving into the anti-pattern pattern. This is where we ditch the rule book and embrace the unexpected.
Okay, I'm ready to break some rules. Give me an example that'll make my viewers say, wait, is this even allowed?
How about filming yourself trying to explain memes to Renaissance paintings in a museum? Imagine showing a painting of a stern-looking nobleman a meme of a cat riding a Roomba.
Oh, the sheer absurdity. It's like a time-traveling meme show. I can already picture the confused yet slightly amused expressions on those centuries-old faces.
Right. It's highbrow meets lowbrow in the most delightful way. And speaking of unexpected juxtapositions, why not create a soap opera starring only office supplies? I'm talking staplers falling in love, sticky notes betraying each other, and a whole lot of paperclip drama.
It's Shakespeare meets Staples. I can see it now.
Yeah.
The dramatic close-ups, the slow-motion paper shredding the forbidden romance between a highlighter and a permanent marker.
The possibilities are endless. And for a dose of high-energy fun, how about you speed run those mundane everyday tasks like brushing your teeth or making your bed, but add the dramatic flair of a sports commentator voiceover.
And they're off. She's squeezing the toothpaste with lightning speed. But wait, she's forgotten to wet the toothbrush. This could cost her precious seconds.
You nailed it. It's about finding those unexpected moments of humor in the everyday and turning those mundane tasks into a thrilling competition.
I'm starting to see how fun can be a seriously strategic move. It's about grabbing attention, keeping viewers engaged, and making them want to come back for more.
Exactly. Now, before we move on to our next batch of chaotic goodness, let's take a quick break for a mind-blowing fact. Did you know someone got 12 million views by convincing people their goldfish was controlling their smart home?
Wait, what? How is that even possible? Did they somehow hack into the fish's brain?
Not quite. The fish wasn't actually controlling anything. The creator just edited the footage to make it look that way. But it was so convincing, so entertaining that it went viral and landed them a Netflix deal.
That's incredible. It's like they turned a fishbowl into a Hollywood studio. It just goes to show you that sometimes the most outlandish ideas are the ones that resonate the most.
Absolutely. Now, are you ready to step into the Science Gone Wrong collection?
Bring on the lab coats and the safety goggles. I'm ready to embrace the chaos of scientific exploration as long as no actual explosions are involved.
Fear not, we'll keep the experiments virtual. How about you try to calculate the exact middle of the internet?
Middle of the internet. Is that even a real place? Is it some secret server farm filled with cat videos and conspiracy theories?
That's the mystery we need to solve. You could turn it into a multi-part series with clues hidden across different websites, social media platforms, and even those dark corners of the web where memes go to die.
It's like a digital treasure hunt.
Yeah.
And the prize. Eternal internet glory, of course.
And for our next experiment, let's tap into that childhood curiosity and explore the why does this work? Chronicles.
I love that. It's about rediscovering that sense of wonder and asking those questions that we often take for granted, like, why is the sky blue? Why do cats purr? Why do socks always disappear in the dryer? These are the mysteries of the universe.
Exactly. It's about reigniting that spark of curiosity and reminding ourselves that even the most ordinary things can be extraordinary if we take the time to really look at them.
Okay, so we've talked about history, science, and everyday life. But what about those of us who are just looking for a good laugh? How do we create content that's purely for entertainment?
Well, in that case, let's embrace the power of absurdity. How about creating a drama series where all the dialogue is replaced with cartoon sound effects?
Oh my gosh, I can already hear the boings, the squats, and the crashes. It's like a silent film, but with a whole new level of auditory absurdity.
You've got it. Or you could flip the script on cooking shows and create a series where the recipes are determined by rolling dice. Imagine the culinary chaos that would ensue.
I'm already drooling.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's fear. I'm picturing dishes like pickled gummy bears with a side of sriracha whipped cream.
It's about pushing those culinary boundaries and embracing the unexpected flavors of randomness.
Okay, my taste buds are officially confused. But I'm intrigued. What other chaotic culinary creations can we conjure up?
Well, how about a cooking show where you have to recreate famous dishes using only ingredients that start with the same letter?
So for a dish starting with the letter B, I could use bacon, bananas, and blueberries? That's either going to be a culinary masterpiece or a total disaster.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it. You never know what's going to happen, but it's guaranteed to be entertaining.
I think we're officially ready to venture into even weirder territory. What's next on our content creation adventure?
Get ready to bend your mind because we're entering the realm of reality-bending content. This is where we take what-if scenarios and turn them into hilarious, thought-provoking, and maybe even slightly disturbing videos.
Okay, you've officially lost me. Give me an example that'll make me question the very fabric of reality.
What if clouds were subscription-based? Imagine having to pay a monthly fee for sunshine or opting for the premium package that includes rainbows and lightning shows.
Okay, that's both hilarious and terrifyingly plausible. I can already see the cloud subscription ads popping up everywhere. Tired of gloomy days? Upgrade to our Sunshine Plus plan and enjoy unlimited rays of happiness.
It's social commentary meets weather forecast meets utter absurdity. And for our history buffs out there, let's create some historical remixes. Imagine staging Renaissance art battles, but in MS Paint.
Michelangelo versus Da Vinci, pixel by pixel. It's like the ultimate digital duel.
Or how about those medieval knights reviewing modern technology? Imagine their reactions to smartphones, self-driving cars, and those robot vacuum cleaners that keep bumping into everything.
It's the ultimate clash of cultures. I can already picture the knight trying to charge his smartphone with a sword and wondering why the horses on the screen aren't real.
Now let's bring those ancient philosophers into the 21st century. How about ancient philosophers react to meme compilations?
Socrates contemplating the meaning of a cat riding a Roomba. It's the ultimate existential crisis.
Now, for those who want to push the boundaries of reality even further, we present the Meta series.
Meta, as in metacognition, meta-narrative.
Yeah, as in we're going to break the fourth wall so many times that it'll need a full reconstruction.
Bring on the meta madness. I'm ready to get metaphysical.
How about making a behind-the-scenes video of you making a behind-the-scenes video? It's like a recursive loop of content creation, a never-ending journey into the abyss of meta.
It's like those Russian nesting dolls, but with videos. Or what about this? Create content about failing to create content.
Talk about relatable. You could document your writer's block, your technical difficulties, your epic brainstorming sessions that lead to absolutely nowhere. It's a celebration of failure, a reminder that even the most successful creators have their off days.
And let's not forget about the classic react to yourself format. But this time, we're taking it to the next level. Film yourself, watching yourself, filming yourself.
It's metaception. And it's guaranteed to make your viewers question the very nature of reality. Which, let's be honest, is probably a good thing every now and then.
Okay, I'm officially mind blown. I think I need a break from all this reality bending. Can we step back into a slightly more stable dimension for a moment?
Of course. Let's take a moment to appreciate some chaotic good ideas that actually worked. Those instances where creators threw caution to the wind and somehow managed to create viral hits.
Okay, I'm all ears. Give me some inspiration from those brave souls who dared to defy the algorithm gods.
Remember Tier Zoo? They turned nature documentaries into video game reviews. Now they're explaining evolution using gaming terms, and nobody's complaining. It's proof that you can take seemingly disparate concepts and blend them together to create something truly unique and engaging.
It's like mixing peanut butter and jelly, but for content creation. You're taking two seemingly ordinary ingredients and creating a flavor explosion.
Exactly. Now let's explore some more chaotic possibilities, starting with the Everything is Connected series. Think about it. You could create a multi-part series proving that all movies are secretly about potatoes, or connect random historical events to your breakfast choices.
You could even explain why traffic jams are secretly orchestrated by those little squirrels plotting world domination.
The possibilities are endless. And for those who truly embrace the spirit of randomness, there's the Because Why Not collection, where the only rule is that there are no rules.
Okay, I'm ready to unleash my inner chaos monkey. Give me some ideas that'll make my viewers say, what in the algorithm is this?
Translate famous speeches into emoji. Create a survival guide for a spreadsheet apocalypse. Start a support group for abandoned sock puppets.
Okay, now you're just messing with me. But I love it. It's all about letting go of those preconceived notions of what content should be and embracing the pure joy of creating something weird, wonderful, and uniquely you.
That's the spirit. And speaking of the algorithm, instead of fighting it, why not embrace its chaotic nature? Let the AI generate your video titles and act them out literally. Combine the top 3 trending topics into one incredibly cursed video. Create content by only using YouTube's auto-suggested search terms.
It's like playing content creation roulette. You never know where you're going to get, but it's guaranteed to be an adventure.
And sometimes those unexpected spins of the wheel lead to the most viral results. Speaking of unexpected, let's take a moment to appreciate some actual YouTube channels that are thriving despite their seemingly absurd concepts. We have a channel reviewing different types of dirt, 2.1 million subscribers. Then there's the creator who whispers motivational quotes to Fruit's 800,000 subscribers. And who can forget the one who explains complex math using interpretive dance, 1.5 million subscribers.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. I'm starting to think there's an audience out there for literally anything.
That's the beauty of YouTube. It's a platform where creativity knows no bounds, where weirdness is celebrated, and where anyone with a camera and an internet connection can find their audience.
Okay, so I'm feeling inspired, but what happens when those creative juices run dry? What if I'm staring at my screen and all I see is a blank canvas of despair?
Fear not, my friend. For those moments when inspiration feels as elusive as a unicorn riding a unicycle, we present the emergency content generator.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this magical content-creating unicorn.
It's simple. Pick a random object in your room, choose a historical figure, add a modern problem, and film them solving it.
Okay, I'll play. I choose a lamp, Marie Curie, and the modern problem of internet addiction. Let the hilarity ensue.
I'm already picturing Marie Curie trying to teach a lamp about the importance of digital detox while the lamp keeps trying to scroll through TikTok. It writes itself.
This is pure genius. It's like a historical sitcom meets a self-help seminar, but with a lamp as the main character.
And remember, when in doubt, just ask yourself, what would a time-traveling potato do?
That's going to be my new life motto. It's the perfect blend of absurdity and inspiration. Okay, before we wrap up this epic journey into the world of entertainment and fun, I have one final challenge for you. Create a series so bizarre that even those commentary channels can't explain it.
I'm talking, what in the algorithm is this? Levels of weirdness.
Like that creator who made a 10-part series analyzing the economic impact of different sandwich architecture.
A sandwich order mix deep dive. Sign me up. It just goes to show that you can find an audience for anything if you're passionate and creative enough.
So there you have it. A whirlwind of ideas for creating entertaining and engaging content that will make your viewers laugh, think, and maybe even subscribe.
Now, are you ready to trade in those laughs for some mind-blowing facts and thought-provoking explorations?
Because we're about to dive deep into the world of informational and documentary content, or how to make people actually want to learn things.
Get ready to uncover the hidden stories, the untold truths, and the fascinating realities that are often overlooked in our fast-paced world. Hashtag TTS The Deep Dive episode 2024-1207, part 3 of 3.
Okay, so we're trading those meme-ified masterpieces for documentaries. Now, I love a good doc, but how to make sure ours stand out? You know, not another snooze fest about the history of paperclips.
But that's where you're wrong. Even paperclips have a story to tell. It's all about finding those hidden gems, those nuggets of truth that make people go, wait, what?
Okay, I'll bite. Give me an example that'll make me rethink my whole stance on paperclip documentaries.
Did you know that a town in Alaska actually had a cat as their mayor for 20 years?
A cat mayor. Okay, now that's a documentary I'd watch. Are we talking like a real feline wearing a tiny hat and holding town council meetings?
It's true. His name was Stubbs, and he served the people of Talkeetna, Alaska with perfect distinction.
Okay, you win. I officially want to know more about Mayor Stubbs. But while we're on the topic of unbelievable realities, how about this? Someone once sold a virtual pet rock as an NFT for $1.3 million.
It's like the digital equivalent of selling air. But hey, it worked. It just goes to show you that sometimes the most absurd ideas can tap into the zeitgeist and become a cultural phenomenon.
I'm starting to think we need to brainstorm ways to sell virtual lint as NFTs.
Now you're thinking outside the blockchain. But seriously, the point is there's an audience for everything. It's all about finding those stories, those realities that make people stop scrolling and say, tell me more.
Okay, you've convinced me. Where do we start our documentary digging expedition?
Let's start small with micro-mysteries. We're talking about those everyday oddities that we often overlook. Like, why do shopping carts always have that one wonky wheel that just refuses to cooperate?
It's a question that has plagued humanity since the invention of the supermarket. Or how about the secret turf wars between ice cream truck drivers? Are they fighting over the best routes, the most popular flavors, or the coveted title of King of the Cones?
Ooh, that's a good one. I can already hear that dramatic music in my head. In a world where frozen treats reign supreme, one man will rise to claim the ice cream throne.
We could even have slow-motion shots of ice cream melting dramatically.
Oh.
And speaking of mysteries, let's not forget about those urban legends and modern myths, those stories that have been passed down through generations and keep us up at night.
Right, but here's a twist. What if we investigated those legends using only wrong historical facts?
Okay, that's just brilliant. I can already see myself trying to explain the Loch Ness Monster using theories based on the mating habits of garden gnomes.
It's educational. It's hilarious. And it might even spark some interesting conversations about the nature of truth and storytelling. Speaking of stories, let's talk about those internet rabbit holes that we all fall into sometimes. You know those moments when you start clicking on one link, then another, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're watching a video about the history of rubber bands?
Oh, I've been there. But those rabbit holes could be surprisingly fascinating.
Yeah.
Sometimes the most mundane topics can lead to the most unexpected discoveries.
Exactly. So why not embrace those digital detours and turn them into documentary gold?
Okay, I'm game. Give me some examples that'll make my viewers say, I never knew I needed to know that.
Imagine tracking down the origins of those playground games we all played as kids, like Hopscotch Tag and Red Rover.
Or documenting the evolution of those internet horror stories that kept us up at night, like Slender Man, or those creepypasta tales that spread like wildfire in the early days of the internet.
It's digital folklore. And let's not forget about those chain emails from the early 2000s. Who started them? What were they thinking? And why did we all forward them to our entire contact list?
I still have nightmares about that. Forward this email to 10 friends or you'll have bad luck for 7 years. Chain.
Okay, that one was definitely cursed.
Huh?
But hey, maybe we can track down the person who started it and get some answers.
Now that's a documentary I'd fund. Speaking of documentaries that make you question reality, a creator actually made a whole series investigating why their neighbors only wear yellow on Tuesdays.
No way. Was there some secret society, a coded message, a hidden meaning behind this bizarre sartorial choice?
Nope. It was just a random observation that turned into a viral series with 5 million subscribers.
It makes you wonder how many other weird patterns we're all unknowingly participating in. Maybe we're all just living in a giant social experiment.
Okay, now I'm really creeped out,
Yeah.
but also kind of intrigued. So what other documentary rabbit holes can we dive into?
Get ready to expand your mind because we're about to explore the I Can't Believe This Exists series. This is where we celebrate the diversity of human interests and passions, no matter how niche or unusual they may seem.
Okay, give me some examples that'll make me say, wait, people actually do that.
How about competitive air guitar playing, or professional thumb wrestling, or extreme ironing, where people iron clothes in the most unusual and dangerous locations, like while skydiving or hanging off cliffs?
You're definitely winning the weirdest things people actually do award. But I have to admit, I'm strangely fascinated. It's like a glimpse into those hidden subcultures, those pockets of passion that most people never even know exist.
Exactly. It's about embracing the diversity of human experience and realizing that what might seem strange to one person can be a source of joy and fulfillment for another. And who knows, maybe watching someone iron clothes while hanging upside down from a helicopter will inspire you to try something new.
Okay, maybe not that extreme, but I get your point. It's about exploring those unexpected corners of the world and sharing those discoveries with our viewers.
Now, while we're all about those weird and wonderful subcultures, let's not forget that there are also some real stories that need telling. Seriously, though. Stories that matter. Stories that can make a difference.
Absolutely. Sometimes the most powerful documentaries are those that shed light on the untold stories, those hidden histories that deserve to be shared.
Exactly. And one of the best ways to do that is by highlighting those hidden histories. You know those stories that often get overlooked in the grand narrative of history? Imagine making a documentary about the person who invented the pizza saver, that little plastic table that prevents the pizza box from collapsing onto your precious cheese and toppings.
A true unsung hero. They deserve a Nobel Prize for their contribution to pizzakind.
Or how about exploring the origins of those playground slides? Why are they always so staticky? Who designed them? And who decided that a metal slide in the middle of a scorching summer day was a good idea?
These are the questions that keep me up at night. Maybe we can launch a full-scale investigation into the history of playground equipment. It's a conspiracy theory waiting to be uncovered.
And for those who are fascinated by those quirky aspects of modern life, there's a whole world of modern phenomena waiting to be documented. Like, why does everyone type "ha-ha" differently?
What's the psychology behind those people who refuse to use phone cases? Are they just fearless, or are they secretly trying to make their phones more aerodynamic?
And why did we all draw that same S symbol in school? These are the mysteries of our time.
It's like we need a modern-day Sherlock Holmes to solve these perplexing puzzles.
Maybe we can start a YouTube channel dedicated to investigating these everyday enigmas. The curious case of the mismatched socks, the mystery of the disappearing TV remote, the scandal of the empty cereal box.
Okay, now you're just making me hungry. But I love it. It's all about finding the extraordinary and the ordinary, the fascinating and the mundane.
Exactly. And it's about asking those questions that everyone's thinking, but no one's daring to ask.
So let's go out there, explore those weird and wonderful corners of the world, unearth those hidden stories, and share those fascinating facts with the world.
And remember, Storiella.app is your secret weapon for turning those raw ideas into cinematic masterpieces.
That's a wrap on this episode of The Deep Dive. Until next time, happy creating.